عطية. يا ساتر يا رب في انت بتضرب فين؟
وبانيكو. العطية عطية عطية.
يا في
عطية اديله.
اهو اصلا مفيش دمج.
يا نهار اسود 3000 واحد.
Mike, script, let's go. Hey everyone, it's me again. Today I got you the VELOX Prime with two setups. One of them happens to be for level cap. So without further ado, let's see what we have today. Here I have both the Prime and the normal variant of the VELOX. As you see, the VELOX Prime has the better fire rate, magazine capacity, and critical multiplier, and a whopping buff in status chance, and the bigger base damage. Also, the weapon has 48% weight. Note that this weapon has a unique trait that allows it to reload from empty with extra 50% reload speed, and it gives it 20% ammo efficiency, and when wielded by Protea or Protea Prime, the ammo efficiency reaches 40%. The weapon in terms of stats is really mediocre, but with a little bit of buffing, the weapon can be really strong. So let's see what we have today. The first loadout is the level cap one. Yeah, I know you're here for it. In my helmenth I'm using War to give my weapon a little bit of faction damage multiplier, and I'm pairing it with Ash since its passive increased the potency of bleed damage. So before I show you any builds, let's see how this build actually performs. Alright, here we are in disruption. Let's get my dexterity stacks, my galvanized mod stacks. Pew pew pew. Right, let's see one demo. There he is, prime, and pretty easy. Gain another demo. Pew, another one. Pew. Alright, we took enough time. Let's see what we have today in the build. Starting with Ash's build, Neora, I got brief respite for energy shield conversion. I know I don't have catalyzing shields, but it will help you survive. And you are invisible. Prime sure-footed for the last time on your butt. Narrow-minded for a little bit of duration. And max them out. I know I don't have it maxed, but just max them out. Equilibrium for energy to health conversion and vice versa, and this will be paired with my 7th set on my companion. Arcane Energize for the large energy replenishment whenever I pick up an energy orb. Prime Flow for the large energy pool. Rolling Guard for the 3 seconds of vulnerability and stats cleanse. The Augment Smoke Shadow to increase the critical chance of my VELOX whenever I use my second ability, and Arcane Velocity for fire rate whenever I crit, and Vigor Swap for additional base damage multiplier whenever I swap my weapons. Upload Intensify paired with Blind Rage to increase my total ability strength to increase my roar's damage buff. Moving on to my Bubanico, which is my primer. As you see, the build here has corrosive, viral, and cold, and primer accelerate will give me a little bit of energy regeneration over time. Now let's see my VELOX Prime. As you see here, the build is a bit awkward, but the standard is secondary dexterity for base damage multiplier whenever I kill with my melee. Galvanized diffusion for multi-shot, galvanized shot for gun CO and status chance, crit damage, and Prime expel grenade for additional faction damage multiplier. Lethal Torrent for additional fire rate and multi-shot, and Carnage Stinger and Maim for slash to increase my slash weight reaching above 50%, I suppose, and ammo mutation mod. My melee that will be used for stacking my Dexterity Arcane will be the Glaive Prime with this build, and I'm quite sure that you have seen this build like lots. My focus school will be Vazarin, just for the protective sling, because in level cap, if you just shoot for a second, they will one-shot you to death, especially with the toxin damage modifier, and with the energy drain. My companion will be the infamous Panzer Vopophyla, You cutie little one. All you need here is just calculated redirection to satisfy the condition of reinforced bond to give yourself extra 60% fire rate, and stem fiber and sync construct to be paired with my equilibrium to sustain my energy. Also bite to satisfy the niche's bonds condition to get 1.2 times final critical multiplier. Mars Symbiosis for the Wawa Chihuahua moments. Viral quills to allow the cat to spread viral procs on enemies. And Panzer Devolution to allow the cat to escape death. Hey, I know you want to see the other loadout, and I'm not going to take any more time, but while you're waiting, why don't you hit that like button? It will help me a lot. And why don't you make it even better by hitting the sub? Thank you in advance. Moving on to my other loadout, which will be with Mag. This loadout is insane, boy, and it's a gas setup, and I have my roar again. So let's take a look at the build. Neora, I got growing power for 25% ability strength whenever I proc a status effect, and this will be easily done with my VELOX Prime sure-footed again for the less summon your butts, Prime continuity for a little bit of duration, and to counteract the fleeting expertise negative. Stretch for ability range, rolling off for 3 seconds of availability, and set cleanse. Rank 4 streamline and rank 4 fleeting expertise to maximize my efficiency so I don't have to run flow. Natural talent for casting speed, armor intensify for ability strength, and this will be paired with mold augmented. Fracturing crash to armor strip enemies, and an arcane energize for the large energy replenishment whenever I pick an energy orb. My primer, which is not needed by the way in low level content, will be the Zero since I'm using max bubble, and this is the build. My VELOX build will be pretty much the same, but there is a little bit of difference. That's the usual crit chance, crit damage, multi-shotgun CO, and secondary merciless, and expert grenier, changes depending on the faction. The changes will be the punch through and the gas mods. My melee will be the prated just for the parkour velocity and sprint speed. My focus code was Vazrin, but I would recommend using Madurai for sling strength for 40% ability strength whenever you do consecutive void slings, and power transfer to get 50% casting speed whenever you do transfers. The choice of a companion can be literally whatever you want. Why do I feel like the video is missing something? The corrosive build, of course. And this will be done with none other than Volt, since it provides the electric status effect, it provides the element electric, and bonus reload speed, and bonus critical damage with his shields, and I have Nourish as his helmenth, and as you see in the footage, it shreds. So let's take a look at builds. First, you need to know that my Volt have 3 red shards for ability strength and 2 yellow shards for casting speed. Now let's take a look at his build. Neora, I have steel charge just because I have no space, so I needed to add it. Prime sure-footed for the less time on your butt, Prime flow for the large energy pool, Prime continuity for some duration, blind rage paired with armor intensify and mold augmented to increase my ability strength and to increase my element on my shock trooper. Equilibrium for energy to health conversion and vice versa, rolling guard for the 3 seconds of availability and sass cleanse, arcane velocity for increased fire rate, and again I have Nourish. You can use whatever aura you want if you format your Volt better than me, but this is what I have at the moment. Corrosive projection will be a very nice addition to your build in this case. Now let's take a look at my VELOX build. It's the same build as the last two, but the only difference is I have galvanized crosshairs to increase my crit chance even more. Again with the crit chance crit damage, multi-shot, gun CO, prime expel grenier, and punch through. And I have pathogen rounds for toxin, and this will combine with my shock trooper to get corrosive. My main damage in arcane will be secondary deadhead. That's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video or learned something new. Please consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind. Also, dropping a like is very appreciated. Stay tuned and see you all next time in the next video. Bye bye. Why do I feel that this video is a bit short?